absolutely everything from bumper to bumper. So I'm going to do the right thing and try to get it fired up again, moving under its own power and kind of Leah sure stopping, and then attempt to drive it 150 miles back home.
He doesn't just fix cars, he brings them back from the dead. But behind the greasy knuckles and that unmistakable Midwestern charm, there's a man whose story is deeper than any engine he's ever touched. This is the side of Derek Bieri you've never seen. The side that doesn't always make it into the videos. The side that might just leave you speechless. Do you know the man behind the wrench? Do you know what it really took to build Grip Garage from the ground up? And do you know the price he's paid for it? By the time you finish watching this, you might never look at his channel the same way again. The beginning. Who is Derek Bieri? Born in Minot, North Dakota, Derek grew up on a small farm. He was motivated very early on in his life to start his journey by watching his father and grandfather mend the appliances they owned. Derek learned early that you don't need something shiny and new to get the job done. What you need is patience, creativity, and the guts to take something apart even if you're not completely sure how to put it back together. So he grew up working on junkers himself, the kind of vehicles most people would send straight to the scrapyard. To Derek, those were just projects waiting for a little time, a little love, and maybe a little elbow grease. But his path to become the repairing expert that he is today wasn't straight or laid out clearly before him. Before he fully stepped into the automotive world, Derek didn't live under a hood full-time. He spent a significant portion of his life in the corporate world, where he built a thriving career in marketing and IT. Therefore, it might come off as slightly funny that long before we knew him as the denim-wearing gearhead on YouTube, he was navigating boardrooms, meetings, and computer networks. Still, you can't fight what's in your blood for long, and for Derek, cars were calling. So despite his corporate success, Derek decided to take a leap, or maybe more accurately, a driveway-sized step. He started a little side project on YouTube called Grip Garage. It was simple. There was no fancy studio or a massive budget for production. It was just Derek with his dry sense of humor in his driveway with a beat-up car that he'd attempt to restore on camera. He filmed revivals in real time, bringing junk cars back to life in ways that felt authentic because they were. And that's exactly what people fell in love with. What he lacked in polish, he more than made up for in personality and heart. He didn't start as a mere YouTuber, but rather he started as a boy who didn't give up on broken things.
Such a hurry.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you work 7 days a week. Just got back from Iowa. I've only got a couple days to throw at this thing.
Building a legacy. At first, Grip Garage was just a fun side hustle, but slowly, video after video, his audience began to grow. Before long, those driveway repairs weren't just pulling in a few hundred views, they were blowing up when it came to views. Suddenly, Derek wasn't just some random guy tinkering with cars to pass the time. He was a popular YouTuber with millions of subscribers and revivals that seemed to go viral every other week. His fans clearly couldn't get enough. They loved his dry sense of humor, his DIY duct tape fixes, and maybe most of all, his "don't do what I do" attitude. What was it that set him apart from the rest? In a world where some creators will do just about anything to get clicks, Derek's channel was built on something you can't fake: real grit. He didn't create or participate in any drama or shouting matches, and he rarely ever used clickbait to get views. He was just a simple guy doing what he loved with a whole lot of determination. And as his audience grew, so did his dreams. Derek upgraded from his small garage to a Tennessee farm, a place where he could work, film, and live the life he'd been building toward all along. On that farm, he didn't just set up a shop. He built a family-based garage empire, the kind of place that doesn't feel like a business at all, but a home. In a world full of content factories pumping out empty entertainment, Derek built something that was true to his soul: the hidden pressure. But here's the thing about success: it always comes with a price. And for Derek, that price was certainly quite high. As Grip Garage gained traction, the demands piled up faster than ever. Derek had to face the pressures of managing a rapidly growing platform. He had to maintain an exhausting schedule of weekly uploads, road trips to hunt down his next revival car, working with sponsors, improving his production quality, and taking on bigger projects, just to keep up with what his audience wanted from him. No matter how passionate you are about something, constant wrenching can wear anyone down, and Derek was no exception. He's been honest about the toll it's taken, even admitting there was a time when he almost walked away from it all. Fans saw the jokes, the smiles, the successful revivals. What they didn't see were the personal sacrifices Derek was making to keep Vice Grip Garage alive. There were countless late nights editing videos, weeks spent on the road instead of at home, and too many moments where the job pulled him away from his family. On camera, he was steady and professional, but off screen, things weren't always so simple, because at the end of the day, Derek wasn't just fixing cars. He was holding everything else together: family, fatherhood, and faith. But Derek isn't the type to crumble under pressure. Instead of just giving up, he adapted and shifted his priorities. These days, he's found ways to involve his kids more often in his videos, turning the garage into a place not just for work, but for family. He's made it clear that family isn't just important to him, it's everything. And you can see the love and care he has for them in the smallest moments, both on and off camera. Despite his massive success, Derek has stayed grounded. He's very faith-driven, quick to credit God for every blessing his career has brought. And unlike many influencers, you'll never catch him flaunting his possessions or showing off for the sake of it. He avoids toxicity, politics, and drama entirely, a rare thing in the automotive niche. You'll never hear him call himself a hero, but for thousands of fans, that's exactly what he is. Fans who saw more than cars. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply be yourself. And in Derek's case, the impact has been greater than anything that could be scripted. Scroll through the comments on his videos and you'll see people thanking him for changing their lives. They are filled with people who express how his videos have helped them through grief, depression, and burnout. His calm voice, real stories, and most importantly, his data humor feels like a warm hug for his audience. To some, he's more than just a mechanic. He's an emotional support mechanic, a steady hand in a world that can feel like it's constantly falling apart. And the stories aren't just online. Fans who've met Derek in person say he's exactly the same as he is on camera, warm, kind, and always willing to take a moment to make someone's day better. One comment summed it up perfectly. When everything felt broken, your videos reminded me it could be fixed. Closing reflection. Vice Grip Garage isn't just about bringing engines back to life. It's about bringing hope to the people watching. And behind that wrench is a man who's quietly changed more lives than he'll ever admit. The hidden life of Derek Bieri isn't about fame, it's about purpose. And that's what makes his garage more powerful than any shop on YouTube. Now it's your turn. What's your favorite Vice Grip Garage revival? Has Derek inspired you in a way that goes beyond cars? Let us know your answers in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit like and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the people behind the channels you love.